Karissa, let's see how this goes. Can I please have a one-word football-themed prompt?
Touchdown.
Touchdown. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Wow, I know nothing about football, man. I don't watch football. I know what a touchdown is.
Sure.
They get to the end zone, right? And
Yeah.
They spike the ball and then they do the little dance.
Yeah, and then they score, yay, and then that's all there is to it. Yeah, I don't know anything about football either. So this is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Hey, welcome to the Overtalking Podcast with your hosts Ken and CJ. Say hi, CJ. Oh, he's not here. Oh no,
he's not here.
He's not
CJ.
here. No.
Well,
So CJ's out of town. He's in China or someplace. I don't know.
he's somewhere. Who knows where that guy is?
So of course I had to ask our third host, Karissa, to join me to talk about a movie. So welcome back, Karissa. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. No, I was so honored when I got the call. I knew CJ was going to be out of town and secretly hoping that this might be my opportunity to. Well, last time I replaced you.
Right.
And now I have the opportunity to prove my worth to replace him. So
Right.
I guess we'll see how this goes. But honestly, CJ keeps joking about the end of the podcast. So maybe we just kick him out now and you and I take the reins and go from here.
That works for me. Yeah, he's been joking, not joking about it ever since the 400th episode, I think.
Yes, for a long time now.
I genuinely don't know if he is joking or not.
I don't know either.
So-
And every time I ask him if he's joking, he says, "No, I'm not joking." But I
Right,
still don't know if he's joking. I don't know if that's a
same.
joke.
Same, yeah.
Well, we miss you, CJ.
We miss you, CJ.
But we must move forward without you.
Yes, life goes on.
Sure does.
So here we are. And I was just going to say, you've replaced me. You replaced CJ now. After this, I think you just record solo and we'll just see how that goes too.
I just fully take control and kick you
Right.
both out. And
Right.
yeah, well, I guess someday we'll see.
CJ will show you how to edit. I don't know how to do it well.
Me either. I'm even just trying to get GarageBand to work is it's just a foreign language to me. So I appreciate you and CJ always helping me troubleshoot on my end. But yeah, I could probably pick it up pretty quickly. I could probably take control.
All right, well, tune in next week for Karissa
Yep.
just talking about a movie, and she'll
Yep.
maybe have a guest of someone else. Cool.
Yeah, produced, edited, and hosted by Karissa.
There we go.
Yep.
Nice. You got time, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
we got time. I'm not busy at all.
Well, I didn't even intro the show yet, but this is the show where we took over TV shows and movies as chosen by our guests. And again, we're not really sticking to that because I dictated
No.
what this is.
Yeah.
Chris is used to it by now. Sorry.
I am. In fact, Ken sent me one movie. And in fact, he said something along the lines of, "Do you want to come on and talk about X movie?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And then he even changed it after that. So he really is in charge around here. But both of the movies that you selected were things that I was very interested in seeing and especially talking about. So it all worked out.
We'll definitely need to talk about that other one another
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
But I was just looking for something else, and I saw Him is now on VOD, maybe streaming by the time this comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I gotta watch that. And surprised at how little I knew about this movie because
Really?
yeah, like all of the marketing for it had Jordan Peele splattered
Yes.
all over it.
Yes, it did.
And
Yes, it
is
did.
not really a Jordan Peele movie. Like I think
It's
his
not.
production company produced it, but
Yeah,
he
I
didn't
think
write
that's
it, he didn't direct it.
Yeah, that's the extent of it. I remember seeing the trailer for this movie several months ago, and yeah, immediately it says from the production house of Jordan Peele or something like that. But the words from the production house were really small, and then the words Jordan Peele were really
Right.
big. So
Got
I
me.
think that we were all kind of led to believe that this was going to be the next Get Out or the next Nope or whatever.
Right.
I can't say that it is. But
I
I
could
still
say
had
that
fun.
it isn't. But we'll be getting to more of that in a second.
Yeah.
This will inform a bit more about what I already saw of your Letterboxd review, which again we'll be getting to in a second. But
I should wait to post those until I know that you've seen it.
I mean, you didn't know we were going to talk about this. That's okay.
Well, that's true. That's true.
So you said earlier you're not a big football person.
You know, I kind of lied a little bit. So I'm not a
Okay.
fan of football, but and I don't even know if you know this. Well, you know part of this, which is that unfortunately I do have a PhD. And unfortunately, my research interests are in sports and sports
That's right.
communication
Okay.
and injury disclosure and these types of things. So, football being so ripe for discussion around those topics, I actually do have a lot of not interest but knowledge around football and the
Okay.
topics that are discussed in this movie. So when I saw the trailer, I said, "Oh my God, this is it." Like horror movie, it's about these topics related to football that I'm already interested in, have already done a lot of reading and writing about myself. So I was so stoked going into this movie and maybe a little bit biased, but yeah, I can't say I'm a fan of football, but I do have some knowledge about football.
About the all the sports related things in it.
All the
Okay.
things. Yeah.
All
And you
right.
said you're not a fan of football either? I didn't know this about you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not really a big sports fan at all. I was
Oh,
roped
okay.
into the hockey wave
Okay, sure.
when the Blackhawks were good,
Yeah.
and then immediately fell off of that.
Yeah. And
And
then that
then,
was short lived.
yeah, and no, like I don't know, it doesn't hold my attention,
Yeah.
and
No.
I don't really get swept up in it. I did have fun during the hockey phase,
Sure.
but
Yeah. Hockey's fun.
yeah, but no, I didn't really play sports growing up, other than like
Good.
the basketball. I was like voluntold to do
Right, right.
younger. But no, I was a band kid, so
Wow.
yeah,
I guess
I
I
don't know.
did know that. I guess I did know that. You just read as Sporto to me. You
That
you
is
had me
wild.
fooled.
Okay, interesting.
I'm definitely I like the idea of sports, but I don't watch a lot of sports. I played sports growing up, but the only thing I was good at was running. I played soccer. I was really bad. The only benefit I had for my team was running a little bit fast. I did play basketball for one season in the fifth grade, and I scored 1 point all season, and it was in the free layups that they gave you before the game so that you couldn't score 0 points during the game.
Oh
And I was
wow,
I was so ashamed and I quit immediately. So
dang.
that's my
Okay,
sports background. But I did run track and field in high school and college and stuff like that. So I'm kind of in the world of sports a lot.
gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, Carissa, and we'll come back to thoroughly dissect him. I have a lot of questions. Uh, we'll be right back on the Overtalking Podcast. And we're back on the Overtalking Podcast. You're once again by third host of the podcast, Carissa, and we're talking about Him, 2025's
Yeah.
Him, directed by not Jordan Peele, but Justin
Someone else.
Tipping. Don't know who that is. It stars Marlon Wayans and
Mhm.
Tyreek Withers
Mhm.
and a few other people. Carissa, we're going to put 30 seconds of the clock for you to describe for someone who's not yet seen Him what it's all about. Ready, go.
Okay, Him is the story of a young, talented football player who is rising through the ranks toward a professional career. He sustains a pretty terrible head injury, as a lot of football players do, but he is really, really aiming for that quarterback position on his favorite team. And so he
10 seconds.
goes into specialized training for this role, and I would
5,
say gets
4.
more than he bargained for.
Perfect.
That was kind of
Yeah.
spoiler free, right?
That was spoiler free. Yeah.
Ah, I did it. I've done it.
Yeah. And I guess we can say like Marlon Wayans is the guy that
Mhm.
he idolizes, or I guess his dad kind of told him to.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It
idolize.
sounds like it's like kind of a family affair where his dad was a big fan of this player, and then now Tyreek Withers is also a big fan, idolizes him almost.
Yeah. So I guess before we go too far more into the plot, and
Mm-hmm.
I need to spoil it at some point, so I'll give a full spoiler alert when we get to that point.
Okay, okay.
How do we feel about Marlon Wayans in this role?
Okay. Yeah, great question. So I knew of him and like the Waynes' kind of empire or whatever.
Mhm.
I didn't know if I would be able to take him seriously in this role. I think that he was much more convincing than I expected him to be. I thought that he did a pretty good job. I think he was very scary in this role in a way that he isn't scary in other roles. He was menacing. I thought he did an excellent job with the material that he was given. What did you think?
Yeah, no, I was trying to think about it too, and he's definitely done a lot of comedic roles, right?
Yeah,
and so I was curious how he was going to be in this, and
same.
It's not even like this is so much a serious role for him.
Agreed.
Like he's a little bit. I don't think this is necessarily a spoiler, but he's a little bit, nutty is maybe the lighter way of putting it. So
totally, yeah.
It kind of works with translates, I guess, maybe from the nuttiness of comedy to the nuttiness of maybe more psychosis.
Yes.
And
I totally agree.
It didn't distract me, at least. Like
correct.
He did a decent job, I think.
Totally.
With what he was given, like you said.
Yes. Yeah. No, I agree. And yeah, it's not a funny movie by any means, but he is playing this outrageous character. And I think, it definitely translates. I didn't know what to expect, but no, I thought he did well. But who else I thought did really well was Tyreek Withers, who I only knew from the newest I Know What You Did Last Summer, which I didn't love.
Okay.
And I didn't think that he even really was that good in that movie. So I was like, okay, it's this guy again. But I thought he was fantastic. I really loved his performance. And he's a hottie, so I like to see him on my screen.
Absolutely. Shirtless? Yes, please.
Yeah, right? Yes,
he
please.
strips naked pretty early on too. You don't see it.
He sure does.
But,
I have some things to say about that.
Go for it. Now's the time.
Now's the time. So, okay, I have to start unraveling I'm going to say it, my love of this movie. I have to start unraveling it for you.
Okay.
Because
oh boy.
Here's the thing. It's really kind of in your face. The messaging in this movie is not subtle. So just starting at the beginning, we have this young player. His father was a big influence on him, and his father is no longer around. So he's kind of carrying the family legacy as he is, a collegiate athlete and ultimately trying to make it to the pros. And then he sustains a concussion, which is not abnormal for this, context, but he actually skips. Though. Yeah. Okay, we'll get to it.
Okay.
So he sustains a concussion, and then he skips the combine, and he's like, "Oh no, I've missed my opportunity." And I was proud of him for skipping the combine to rest his head injury.
Yeah.
But to your point, he does sustain the concussion in a bizarre way. Do you want to tell the listeners what that's all about?
Yeah. So he's just practicing and like doing good at football alone in a field at night, as one does.
And
he leans over to, I think, pick up a football or something, and a mascot or someone in a mascot outfit thwacks him over the head with, I assume, a tire iron or something, but knocks him out, and then he wakes up and he's got staples in his head.
Yeah, so this happens, and immediately the question becomes, is there something supernatural going on here, or did that actually happen? And that's something that I want to come back to time and time again as we unpack this movie, because I think, okay, I want to ask you, do you think that it's a metaphor, or do you think he was literally attacked by the mascot?
I know he was literally attacked by the mascot.
You think?
They say it at the end of the movie.
Okay, they do say he was attacked. They do say
someone
he was
literally
attacked.
fesses up to doing it. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, I see where this is headed. We're gonna have different interpretations.
No,
of this movie.
So maybe we should set the scene. Like, you already said you love this movie.
Yeah.
I'll say, not for me. I have some broader thoughts that I'm sure we'll get to. But yeah. I didn't think there was any room for interpretation there. I had assumed the entire movie someone thwacked him over the head. Now, to be fair, I do see where you may have gone there because, and I think this happens more after he's thwacked in the head, but like there's a bunch of weird shit that happens, right?
Tons of weird shit happens in this movie, yeah.
He sees like weird fans like at the combine thing that he doesn't attend, like just asking for an autograph, but they're like fucking deranged.
Crazy.
And,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that the one I'm referring to was a literal animal until
Yes.
it was revealed, no, it's just someone in paint.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay, I understand
Yeah.
why you thought that.
Yeah. So after this happens, things really go off the rails very quickly. So what's the Wayans brothers? What's his character's name? Cameron Cade? Cameron Cade? Did I just make that up?
Isaiah? Isaiah? That's all I got on IMDb. Yeah, no, you're right. It was Cade. Something
Cade.
like
It
that.
was something like that. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
This older, kind of washed up quarterback who is retiring, and presumably someone's going to take his place. He takes on Tyreek Withers and says, "I'm going to train you at my own personal facility." So he moves there. He kind of moves in with him, and is immediately struck by how bizarre this place is. It's out in the desert, this barren wilderness, and he's tasked with training to hopefully catch the eye of some of these NFL coaches or owners or what have you.
Yeah.
And then
isn't the implication too that like he will be replacing Marlon Wayans?
Yeah.
Right? Like that
Yeah.
on whatever team that Marlon Wayans is on, he's retiring, and so Tyreek Withers would step in as the like face of the franchise.
Yes, that's exactly right. Okay. And the name of the team, they're the Saviors, which we also need to return to.
Yes.
Ken, for listeners who aren't watching live on Zoom, Ken just rolled his eyes.
Yeah, I'm really keeping it cool over here and playing it subtle, just like this movie.
Just like, just like this movie. Really subtle. That's the word I would use to describe this movie. So anyway, I don't want to spoil too much, but okay. Yeah. So without getting into what happens at the end, like
we'll save that.
What were you thinking? What were you feeling as he's training to replace Marlon Wayans?
Yeah, I was feeling there. And to be fair, there are parts of this I like. Like,
okay,
so he's training. There's some cool visuals that we see
for sure.
Like at one point he's like tackling people, and we switch to like this X-ray vision that I actually really liked. I thought it was cool, kind of seeing the heads like cracking together and all that.
And the brains, wobbling around in there.
Yeah. So I just felt like general unease. I was still giving it the benefit of the doubt. And just trying to go along with the ride. Kind of seeing where the twist was going to happen, because they had kind of set up exactly what was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
I had expected it to go in more of like an isolation direction.
Ooh,
because
okay.
they were in the middle of the desert at this dude's own compound.
Mm-hmm.
I never really felt like Tyreek was, and I think they may have tried to do that because they took his cell phone, and like really discouraged him reaching out to his family.
Yes.
But I don't know. I never really felt like he literally was able to still reach his family through a different phone. So I don't know. I never really got that feeling. I as the movie went, without getting too much into the spoiler territory, I just thought it was interesting, and I did like the format that they had of this training, where they were like, day one is, I forget the exact term, but it was like leadership or something. Or like physical ability or something. And each day focused on a different aspect of being the face of a franchise and the head quarterback and all of that. I thought that was interesting. It just all had a slight dark twist that was confusing.
Yes. Yeah. Confusing to us and to Tyreek Withers' character. He was confused.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. At the same time, at certain points, he fully embraces it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is also confusing to me. Because he's, I don't know, suddenly buying into it, but also I don't know why. This isn't getting too far into the spoiler territory, but there is a on-site doctor who is giving Tyreek Withers, a injection of something pretty much every day. We don't know what it is. It literally shows the like emoticon guy shrugging on the vial. And we never learn what it is. And I don't even really know what it did.
No.
I don't understand what the point of it was.
No, me either.
That's getting too far into my opinion. But anyway, what were your thoughts as things went along?
Okay, so many thoughts. So without getting too spoilery, I do eventually need to hear from you where it turned when you said, no, absolutely not. Yeah. So as I mentioned, this is a topic I'm already interested in. I am so interested from an academic perspective in concussion disclosure and just the risk of concussion and CTE and all of the baggage that comes with sustaining multiple head injuries. So, and I had just taught, literally, I'm teaching sports communication this semester. And I had literally the week before been teaching about metaphors in sports. And we had talked about the metaphor of religion in sport, which is maybe the most heavy-handed one in this movie. It's very much the team, they're the saviors. You know, he is him. In fact, in the beginning, his dad leads him through this chant where he says, like, I am him, I am him. And you know who else goes by that name?
A little man named
Jesus Christ. A little, that guy named Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So
there's a literal Last Supper, like.
Yes. There's literally Last Supper iconography. There's all this visual imagery that's evoking this religious metaphor. Sure. Yeah. Interesting to me just on its face. Paired with the power dynamics of professional athletics and just the risk that these athletes go through and the ways that they place their bodies and really their mental state and their relationships and their whole world on the line to be on that field. So already I was like, yes, this is exactly what I'm interested in. And then we even see some, what did he call them? Free agents come to practice with them. Yeah. And these free agents, Marlon Wayans says, these guys have nothing to lose. And boy, does that become obvious right away because they start literally giving them head injuries to prove a point. So Tyreek Withers, he's throwing the ball. He's doing really well. He's hitting all his marks. And then he starts to not hit his marks. And the other men on the field get punished for his inability to hit a pass exactly on mark. So just a lot
punished, like willingly, though. Like they're yeah, absolutely. Punt a football into my face over and over.
Literally. Yes. So things are escalating. And Tyreek Withers is starting to get confused. He's like, literally, what the fuck's going on?
Right.
Why are we doing this? But to your point, he just kind of goes along with it. He just kind of brushes it off. He's like, okay, whatever. I mean, I'm training to replace the best quarterback to have ever lived. I guess this is what it takes.
Because he's like, this is my one chance to get in the NFL after I skip the combine. So I'm on board. That's fine.
Okay. So now, Ken, where does it turn for you?
We have to get deep into spoiler territory for me to fall off, because it literally is like in the last scene that I fall off.
Really? Yeah, so you were on board until the end.
I was on board until a decision that's made at the very end of the movie. Because I felt like, okay, I kind of get it. I get the whole metaphor.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't do the thing at the end, and all right, guys, we got to get into it.
We got to get into it.
We're not going to walk all the way to the end. We're just going to get to it. So
we've just absolutely been dancing around all of it right now. So yeah, let's get into it.
Okay. All right, here we go. This is your warning. Skip ahead. We'll eventually get to trivia and other things that are not spoilery. So skip around. But okay, at the very end of the movie, or towards the end, like, there's a couple scenes, but it's revealed that, like, there's a long lineage of face of the franchises, and they all, like, take blood from the previous people or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Confusing, and also kind of muddles the metaphor for me as well there.
Yes, it does.
Marlon Wayans and Tyreek Withers duke it out. Tyreek wins. He's covered in blood. It looks very cool, I will say.
Yes.
I think it's on the poster for the thing.
Yeah.
He comes out. There's this ritual thing going on. The manager, who is Tim Heidecker, by the way.
When I saw Tim Heidecker, I was like, yes, this is it. I did not know he was in this movie. He was perfect in this movie. I thought he was great.
Yeah. No, I was totally fine with Tim Heidecker.
Yeah.
Up until the point.
What about Julia Fox? Sorry to interrupt, but Julia Fox also makes an appearance in this movie, which I did not expect. And I think she was one of the funniest characters.
Funny, sure. I don't know. I don't really get funny from anyone, to be honest. Maybe Tim Heidecker a little bit. I thought her makeup was amazing.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
insane.
I think everyone acted very well in this too. I will say, like,
yes, totally.
I don't think anyone really was like a stinker, but
no, absolutely not.
but yeah, I don't know. Kind of an ancillary character for me. Like, not
totally.
really, not really a big deal. I was trying to figure out. I'm getting a little off on a tangent before I get to
no,
the thing that
I
turned
did this
for me, but there was a psychotic fan out in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Julia Fox as well, or no?
Oh, I don't know.
She's not credited as
that.
So I mean, it was a blonde lady who had a bunch of makeup on as well that I could have been.
No, it totally could be. I'm not sure. I didn't catch that. But that would now that would be interesting.
Now that would be interesting. It's probably not though.
Probably not. Yeah.
I'm not giving it that much credit. Okay. Anyway, Marlon Wayans and Tyreek Withers duke it out for blood. I don't know. Again, starting to fall off at that point because I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? And then he goes out to the football field. Right. Okay. Tim Heidecker's there along with the owner of the team. And they're like, hey, all right, you're going to be the face of the franchise. We need you to sign here. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's signing a deal with the devil.
Yes.
Cool. I'm still on board. That's kind of interesting. Nope. Doesn't do it. And then from that point on, I am totally lost about what is supposed to happen and what is happening because he just starts killing everyone.
Yeah.
And then Tim Heidecker gets dragged by, I assume, the devil into a pentagram and then is ripped apart for what reason? I have no idea why. And I was just like, you lost me. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't know why we're doing this. Like we've totally missed the point, or it was already fucked, but like, I don't know. Anyway, that's
oh my gosh. Okay.
Those are my main thoughts.
I'm so glad you liked it until the end, because when you, now that we're in spoiler territory, Ken texted me last night and just sent me a screen grab of my own Letterboxd review and said, the fuck? And so I was so worried that you hated all of it. So I'm glad that you were really on board for most of the way, but you felt like they just like dropped the ball at the end and like it didn't pay off.
Yeah,
they fumbled, literally they fumbled the ball and no touchdowns to come back to our
There's
metaphor.
other parts of the movie that they just didn't pay off to anything. So like on retrospect,
I agree.
It soured it more for me. But I would have been on board if they had landed the plane.
Yeah.
But
for if they'd completed the pass.
If they completed the pass and got the touchdown. Right.
Okay, that actually makes me feel so much better because I agree with a lot of what you just said. I think that the end, it goes off the rails. There are definitely some loose ends that are left disconnected, just dangling. Yeah. And the fact that Tim Heidecker gets torn apart by the literal devil at the end, I was like, okay, not exactly what I was expecting. But I really loved the end of this movie, and here's why.
Okay.
It takes so we have all of these metaphors, right? So we have the religious metaphor. We also have like there are these supernatural things that the whole movie were questioning, like, are these real? Are these not real? And I was expecting it all to be metaphor. And that was interesting to me, a little on the nose, but I thought it was interesting. And then the reveal that it wasn't a metaphor and that it was literal is so satisfying to me and reminds me of another movie that I just recently watched. I'm not going to say it because I don't know if you've seen it, but like the reveal at the end that like, oh my gosh, it's not a metaphor, it's real. That's what makes this a horror movie to me and not just like a psychological drama that's like about the metaphor of the experience of a professional athlete. Like we get a lot of that, like to be clear. We get tons of the religious stuff. We also get there's a lot of literature on like the NFL Combine as like comparing it to, sorry to bring us all down here, but comparing it to slave auctions and like the racial element of having this at the end, we have this, white owner and
Mm-hmm.
these black athletes who are all just on the field, presumably expected to kill each other, literally,
Right.
or give themselves enough head injuries that they will kill themselves and each other or someone else. And it's like it's taking the horrors of these real experiences and being like, what if it's the devil?
Sure. Yeah.
Ken's really trying.
I'm not
He's
bought in,
really
but
trying to be
yeah.
on board here. He's really trying. So I just there are so many loose ends, right? Like
Yeah.
there's some sort of weird like he's the savior at the end. He's standing in this Christ-like stance, and it's almost like he's made the ultimate sacrifice. But then at the end of the day, like Jesus, he's like, no, I can't consort with the devil. I have to be on the good side of this. And so then he kills all the bad people. And not that Jesus
Yeah.
did that, but I mean, I don't know Jesus. Maybe he did.
Maybe. Who knows? Yeah.
So anyway, I'm
Crucified
going to
for
get off
something.
my soapbox to just say lots of interesting topics and conversations.
Sure.
I didn't necessarily need them all to be tied up nicely with a bow, but I understand the criticism that they're not all nicely tied up with a bow. I also understand the criticism about like, was this a metaphor? Was this not? I think it's more interesting to leave that question open. And I don't think it even matters because at the end of the day, like football harms people in the same way that the devil, if he's real, harms people.
Okay.
That's my take. That's my take on this movie.
All right.
And it's visually beautiful. Acting
Sure.
is wonderful. Some very funny parts. And just literally everything I've ever been interested in my whole life wrapped into one piece of media. So
Okay. Wow.
there was no way this wasn't going to be a 5 out of 5 for me.
Yeah. So let's quickly read your letterbox review here. I have it up. It is.
Mhm.
Can I say your letterbox name?
Please,
We
yes,
have-
please.
It's Riscon on letterbox and 5 stars.
5 stars.
And this is why I circled it and sent the fuck because it just says immediately placing this in my top 5 movies of all time.
Yes.
Incredible, terrifying, hilarious, perfect.
Yes. I thought it was perfect.
Oh man.
I thought it was perfect because I don't think we need to wrap up all the loose ends. That's
No,
what makes it a
you
fun
know what? That's
horror
fine.
movie.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
can I debate just for a
Please,
little bit?
please.
Like I don't want to
Yes,
shit
this
on
is what
a
I've been
movie
looking.
that you
This
really
is
like.
yes.
So if
No,
you
this is
don't
what I've
wanna
been
do
waiting
that-
for.
All right, cool.
I want to debate. I want you to shit on it.
Cool. All right, get ready.
I'm ready.
So yeah, no, like look, I like movies that are open ended as well. Like
Yeah,
it
sure.
doesn't have to wrap everything up, and that's why I was still on board until the end because. Sure. Like I don't need to know what was in the injection, although
Sure.
it feels like
Oh,
it
wait, I
should
have
have been
something to say
something.
about that.
Okay, go for it.
A lot of football players and professional athletes, they're expected to, if they've sustained an injury or they're hurting in some way, they're really expected to just like take the pills and get back out there. And in a lot of ways, it's a very mindless activity. And the expectation is you take the drugs, you go back out there, like your job's
Sure.
to be on the field. And so I think I really like the ambiguity around not knowing what the injections are and initially being skeptical, but then ultimately just taking it because I think that's a realistic reflection of what happens. Okay, sorry,
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay, that's
I
fair
promise
too.
I won't jump in and defend myself
No.
about everything that you have to say.
That's okay. And look,
Yeah.
all of that is totally valid. And I think
Yes.
my biggest criticism is, yeah, sure, it can mean all of these different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's great. It can be open to interpretation.
Yeah.
It definitely seems like, yeah, the things you're suggesting are probably some of the intended
Mm-hmm.
things you're supposed to take away from it. My problem is there are too many differing metaphors
Yes.
shoved in this movie.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. It can be related to a lot of the pressures surrounding football, a lot of the subtext around how football came to be and the difference in racial powers
Yep.
and additionally, for some reason, has something to do with Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But like, man, all at the same time, it's very confusing to
Yeah, they're mixing metaphors for sure.
yeah, and for all of
Yeah.
that to kind of come together at the end, not really well.
Not really.
is
No.
is where it just all fell apart for me because I'm like,
Yeah.
what really is the message here? Is it like it's supposed to be all of these different things? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, and none of them were really strong enough for me to take it away from it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I
yeah,
hear you.
us talking about it and diving into the different things that I didn't totally get, yeah, makes sense now. But like, none of them were the main message of the movie, and
No.
it just wasn't strong enough for me. And I know several other people who watch this
No.
didn't really click for them either. So
No,
I don't
and
know.
to be
Yeah.
fair, the reviews are horrible. This movie
Yeah.
has gotten horrible reviews, and I was shocked when I saw how bad the reviews were. I totally agree, though. Like the mixing the metaphors, the not really having one clear message. I think I'm maybe giving the filmmakers too much credit because I'm like, yes, isn't that so interesting that like professional athletes, they have all these messages and they have all these things that they're supposed to be able to like wrestle with. And at the end of the day, like, they don't, it's not all clean cut and spelled out for them what this is supposed to mean and like why they're doing these things. But that's me giving the filmmakers too much credit. Like a film needs to have a message. Well, some might argue that it doesn't. But I would say the people who are reviewing this movie and saying, what the fuck happened at the end? Like, I don't understand this. I think that's a totally fair critique of the movie.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, and you know what? Given your educational background, that was something I did not take into account when I circled it and sent you to fuck, because it makes more sense now a little bit that this is, you writing papers about stuff like this and thinking critically about this stuff. So
I'm an insufferable academic. This happens to be my exact area of specialization.
Right.
So yeah, of course I'm going to see this and be like, oh my God, it's amazing. I love it. I love all the topics they're exploring. And it doesn't even matter that there's no clear message. But like, that's me being a pretentious asshole. Like the regular viewer of this movie should be able to like walk away and be like, oh, I got it. And not be like me and be like, no, the point is to not get it, which is just idiotic.
No, it's all good. All right. I at least understand. We'll get to my rating.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah. We'll get to my rating a little bit later. But first, it's time for... Hey, did you know that? All right. This is for new listeners, the portion of our show where we usually pit our guest and CJ head-to-head to see who knows the most about what we watched. But CJ's not here. So my lovely wife, Meg, wrote up some trivia so that myself, and Karissa can go head-to-head. And we're going to see how we do. All right. And of course, she wrote it in a way. I'll be reading the questions. The answers are the same color as the background, so I can't see them until I highlight them. All right. First question. What was the original working title for this film? Wow. No multiple choice. Sorry.
I know it.
You know it already?
Unfortunately, I do know the answer to this.
There's a hint here, so I'm going to at least highlight that and give myself
you're gonna
accidentally
you're gonna highlight the answer and you're gonna cheat.
They say it a lot is the hint.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, you go for it. You got it. Goat. Okay. That makes sense.
Or the goat or goat. Yeah, I mean, he is the greatest of all time, and they say that a lot. And Tyreek wants to be the greatest of all time. So
okay.
Makes sense. I think that topically might have worked better, but we're not going to go down that road. I don't know. It would have taken the focus off of the religious metaphor a little bit, but I don't know if that would help clarify anything.
True. Okay. Next question. What was the budget for this film? I assume in millions of dollars, probably.
I'm gonna say 30 million.
Okay. Since you answered first, beautiful. I will say 31 million.
You little shit.
Hell yeah. Oh, not wrong. Wrong. Shoot. Wrong way. 27 million. So you get the point.
27 million. Okay.
Right.
Okay. I don't really know anything about anything.
Me neither.
So that was
I ask these questions all the time, but I also have no frame of reference for me. All right. How much did this film make opening weekend? I'll answer first on this one.
Yeah, please do.
Opening weekend, probably not a lot of people saw reviews yet. I will say, but for opening weekend, I don't know. Do people typically make back their money opening weekend? Probably not.
I don't know.
I'll say like 10 million, maybe. That's probably a lot.
Okay. I'm going to say 11 million.
Okay. Answer is 13 million. All right.
Okay.
You're sweeping it, Karissa.
I mean, not great. I mean, not a great return on opening weekend, but
no, but they'll probably make their money back eventually.
Yeah.
Okay. There wasn't clearly a lot of movie specific trivia for this because it's brand new.
Yeah.
I run into this all the time.
Yeah.
What is the Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter score in percentage? What I usually do is closest without going over, and since I'm behind, I'll go first.
You go first. Yep.
I don't think it was good. I think it was pretty low. I'll say this is critic score.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go like 27%.
27. Wow, 27%? I'm going to go higher than that.
You're going to go higher than that? Okay.
I'm going to go 45%.
You can go 45%. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 30%.
Whoa. Okay, so you got it, but I can't believe that. See, that really surprises me. But okay, can I interrupt?
Please, yeah.
To just say that it's like the long legs effect, where it was like it got so hyped, and there was so much hype around it being Jordan Peele,
right.
In the same way that with Long Legs, there was so much hype around Nick Cage.
Right.
And then it's like you go to the theater and you're a little bit disappointed, but that hype was so high that now you're like, oh, this was a 1% movie. And it's like, no, this is like a 70% movie. But our expectations were so high, and then it let everyone down.
I don't know, Chris. I think you still are a little clouded by your background.
I love this movie, Ken. I love this movie.
There's good parts of this. I think it's just, as a whole, it doesn't work. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
What is the Rotten Tomatoes audience score for this movie? This is just people who, for some reason, chose not to go on Letterboxd and went to Rotten Tomatoes to rate this movie.
Okay. Do I think that they like it more than the critics? I don't know. I bet it's about the same.
I bet you they probably like it more. There's probably a lot of football
people. Okay, is it my
people
turn to go
who
first, or is it yours?
I don't know. We'll just do closest, so it doesn't.
Okay.
Let's just say it at the same time.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, 47.
41.
Okay. 57. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So people did like it more.
That's fine. Yeah, people did like it more than the critics. And see, that's even more confusing to me, because I would expect critics to be okay with some ambiguity and some heavy-handedness in a way that like regular people might not be, but I don't know. They've let me down.
I think the opposite. I feel like critics are looking for a message, and if they can't find it, and things are muddled or like too overt, like a lot of Christian stuff, they probably don't like that. But everyone else is like football. Cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I have to interrupt again to make another comparison to a movie we've discussed, which is I was telling Eric, because we were reading the reviews, and I was like, why is this getting such horrible reviews? Like, what's going on? And we were speculating about it being similar to The Substance and the way that that movie was received. Just being so heavy-handed, and people being like, oh, it's so on the nose. And it's like, that's the point.
Right.
And that's how I feel about this movie too. I imagine people are like, oh, it's so heavy-handed, it's so obvious. And it's like, yeah, that's the point. But that's a conversation.
I saw some Letterboxd reviews that literally said, it was like The Substance for boys. Like
literally. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And like, I totally get that criticism, but I think that's the point of a movie like that. It's like, yeah, idiots. It is heavy-handed, but like, if it wasn't still an issue in our society, we wouldn't have to still be talking about it. Sure. And here we are still fucking talking about it. That's how I take it.
No, that's totally fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We have one last question here. What is the Letterboxd rating? This will be out of 5 to 1 decimal point.
Okay. This is going to be really bad. Do I go first or do you?
Let's say it at the same time again.
Okay. I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, 2.1.
1.9.
Oh, okay. 2.6.
Okay, so I was going too hard in the opposite direction. Yeah. I was trying to overcompensate.
This puts us in an awkward position here, Karissa, because we're tied, and I don't have any more questions.
Oh no! Well, you know what? You know what, Ken? Yeah, I have a great idea. I think that because football games, they can't end in a tie, but we've learned that football is evil. Okay. So you and I could just walk away with a tie. And yeah, we'll split
All
it.
right.
I'll break the crown in half and I'll toss you the other half.
I love it. All right, we're both the winners. Yay!
Woo! I love being a winner.
Well, I think it's then time for our ratings.
Estimating, we know you've been waiting, so now it's time to hear our ratings.
Chris, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate him for you? I think we already know the answer, but
For me,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna give you an honest answer, and then I'm gonna give you a more honest answer.
okay. And it's for you, so it's
It's
okay.
for me.
Yeah.
It's for me. So after our conversation, I agree with a lot of the things that you said. And so for the purposes of the podcast, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
For the purposes of me, it's a 10 out of 10, baby.
All right.
I don't know the little jingle for when
I think it's the
Say
same
10 out of 10.
thing. So it's,
yeah. All right.
all
Okay,
right.
Ken.
Okay.
What is your rating out of 10?
So-
how would you rate him for you?
Yeah, so I already did my Letterboxd review. I think I need to revise it. I was already going to, because I initially rated it effectively a 3 out of 10, which I think is way too harsh. I think it's too
That's
harsh.
so harsh. That's
Yeah.
really harsh.
That's too much. Because there's cool parts of this movie, and I think
Mm-hmm.
if I had rewritten the ending, it could have been
Sure.
better.
Yeah.
Or someone had, not me. I would have fucked it up too.
You
but-
specifically, you go in, you're like, excuse me, Mr. Peel, I'd like to rewrite the ending of
yeah,
this movie.
yeah,
And he'd be like, what movie? I wasn't involved in that at all.
right. You would have been like,
Yeah.
no, I wanted to rewrite it too.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm going to give it a 5, though. I think that's probably,
Okay.
for me, more accurate, because would I maybe rewatch it again? No, probably not. But I don't think it's so bad that it deserves a 4, so I'll give
Yeah,
it a 5.
it's not unwatchable.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some interesting
love-
parts. It's just confusing and
Yes.
Strange.
Yes, it is. I think that's fair.
cool.
Oh my gosh. Well, this was so fun. And I know that we have some other shared interests. So rather than ending on that low note of us disagreeing about
Yes.
the value of this movie, I wanted to ask you one other question, which is I think listeners know we're both Survivor fans.
Yeah.
And there's a season airing right now. And so before we go, I wanted to check in. How are you feeling about season 49 of Survivor?
So I'll tell you what Meg's thoughts are. She thinks
Okay, yeah.
it's boring. She thinks this season
Yes.
is kind of boring.
Okay, I agree with Meg.
Okay. I'm not really there. I don't know. It's
Okay.
definitely not the most interesting, but I think there's a lot of like really young people on this season.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I think that is interesting in terms of just like, wow, fuck, I'm old, and just seeing them interact with the older people as well, I think is interesting. And even Jeff.
It's so funny. I know. Oh my God, Jeff is so old. His age is really showing this season.
it's
and so
showing-
is his Botox.
Yeah, no. I do hope that he continues to stick around after 50.
Me too.
But
Me too.
season 50, I'm sure he's already older than 50. But how old is Jeff Probst?
I think that he is 60. I think he's turning 60 because I heard a rumor that he's thinking about retiring at 65.
Okay, he's
so it would
64.
be season 55. Oh wow. Okay, so maybe he
He
retires
just
after
turned
50.
64 in November
gosh.
4th. So shit.
He might retire.
Yeah. Well, I hope not.
Wow.
I can't imagine
not.
anyone else doing this. Although I know there's a bunch of like foreign offshoots of this that some
Yes,
people
there are.
seem to like. Have you
Yeah.
seen the Australian? Sorry, I didn't even answer your original question. I don't think it's.
Yeah, you did. You said
Did
it
I?
was not that boring.
Not that boring. I think it's fine.
That's a glowing review.
What do
Ken.
you think about this season? Before I get to the other things.
Yeah, I think it's boring. I think that the young players are
Okay.
really interesting. To your point, like it's so vibe tribe right now,
Yeah.
which is really funny. I miss old school Survivor a lot, but I'm also not like a new school hater. Like I think new school Survivor is definitely a totally different game and a totally different experience,
Mm-hmm.
but I still love it. Like at the end of the day, it's still the game that I love. Do I miss some of the things from old school Survivor? Sure. But I'm still enjoying the new seasons. And yeah, I'm liking it so far, but I have to say, I don't have a favorite yet this season. Nobody
Okay.
is like really standing out to me yet. But I am in 2 Survivor fantasy drafts, so I'm making my
I'm
picks.
in as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Who did you pick as your sole survivor?
Oh, so we did it a little differently. We didn't do
Okay,
it that
okay.
way. We should have. We just picked 4 people each that we
Okay.
hope wins.
Okay. Do you want to share, or do you want to keep it under wraps?
Yeah. Do I remember all their names? No.
That's the question.
Okay. So we're recording this a couple weeks ahead of time. What episode are we on right now? Just so that people know.
Oh gosh, I don't know. The merge just happened.
Yeah. Okay. So we just watched the episode with the merge. That's good.
Yep.
I have Savannah. That's one,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I have Sophie, not Soph.
Okay. Sophie with IE.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have Riz God.
Sure. RIZGOD, baby.
Yeah. And one other person who I don't think is going to win. I don't remember her name. The like least athletic girl.
Oh, who knows?
I don't remember. Anyway, I shouldn't pigeonhole people like that. But anyway,
I don't know. I don't know any of their names.
Yeah.
Well, I know some of their names.
Who do you have to be your sole survivor?
So I picked my sole survivor before the season aired.
Okay.
And I didn't read any information about these players, but I happened to pick a good one. My sole survivor is MC.
MC is, yeah, I could see her being poised.
I think that MC, she's kind of a boring player so far, but I think that she's going to be a huge threat in the individual challenges.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see her. We haven't had like a female challenge beast in a long time, so I'm excited to see if she can go on a streak and make it all the way to the end. So we'll see.
I wish she hadn't fumbled the idol in this last episode. I mean, she was kind of caught. So I understand why she did it, but
Totally. And it's so hard, right? Because, well, I think you know that I am going to play the game of Survivor someday. And
yes.
I even
Can
applied
we say?
recently.
Yeah, you submitted the
I just
tape,
applied.
right? That's
I
so
did.
exciting.
I did submit my tape. So we'll see. But my number one rule for myself going in when I play, not if, but when I play, is don't go home with an idol in your pocket. So she totally fumbled the ball. But I would rather embarrass myself by playing an idol instead of embarrassing myself by not playing an idol. So I'm kind of like, it sucks that you don't have that in your possession anymore, but hey, you live to survive another day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Better
Very good.
to still be there so that you can make another big move, hopefully.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, I have high hopes for this post-merge group of people.
Me too.
I didn't get Alex, but if I could have chosen Alex, he is my favorite to win, I think.
I think he's excellent, and he's really growing on me. Like the more I spend time with him, the more I really like him, and I like Steven too. I think that Steven and Alex are two to keep an eye on. Yeah,
I hope they're, I guess, technically kind of paired up, but not really. But I hope they have like a stronger alliance going forward, because I think they would be really interesting together.
Yeah. And them having to wring that chicken's neck.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
I can't believe they did that. Like, you have a machete.
Right.
But they did it with their bare hands.
Yeah, they sure did. That was pretty
That was
brutal.
upsetting.
Well, I'll ask you some more questions off air.
I know we could talk about Survivor all day.
Yeah.
I just wanted to touch base, just wanted to check in. We'll check in again some other time.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, Karissa, thank you for joining us. Do you have anything you want to plug at the end here?
Oh, nothing that I want to plug. Just words of wisdom. Watch him. It's a 10 out of 10 film. There are no loose ends that remain untied.
Right.
All of the metaphors are completely clear and easy to understand and digest. So, yeah. Or even better, watch this movie so that you can decide who's right, me or Ken.
Yeah, or even better, don't. All right. No, watch it. I would love to hear what other people think. So
yeah, me
know.
too.
And you can let us know by calling in at USACat 1591. You can call or text us. We won't pick up if you call. Don't worry. It's okay. You're just leaving a voicemail. And you can write us an email. That's easy too. overtalkingpod@gmail.com. There's other things CJ probably says, but they're here.
There's a website. Oh God.
Oh, they're just tossing footballs around. It's the Overtalking Overlords There are canonical, ghastly, otherworldly landlords. It doesn't make sense anymore. Just go with it. They're a segue for me to remind you, if you like the show, please go on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and rate and review where applicable. Reviews are what help people find this podcast. Also, we spend no money in advertising. So if you like the show, please tell a friend and spread the word. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Send emails to Jeff Probst asking for Karissa to be on season 51.
Yeah. Beg.
Yeah.
Beg and plead.
And yeah. And as we always say at the end of every episode,
I am him.
I am him.
I am him.
Bye.
Bye.
This episode of the Overtalking Podcast was edited and produced by Ken and CJ. Special guest this week was Karissa. Music by Justin Peters. Logo by Nate Richards. Check out Nate's work on Instagram at Nate Richards Designs.